What's up everyone, Chris here from anabolicmen.com, where we bring you the best research-backed information for men's health. So today I want to basically give you an action plan for taking 5 steps as well as a bonus step that I don't tell many people, that I'll tell you at the end, but 5 steps, action steps that you can take to get rid of your erectile dysfunction right now and forever moving forward. So the first one is to either take 1 to 2 servings of REDWOOD per day, or take the combination of the ingredients in REDWOOD. These ingredients are just the best ingredients for eliminating your actual cause of erectile dysfunction, because they will work to increase your vascular health, increase natural nitric oxide production in your body, and everything associated with leading up to healthy continued erections when you want them, not when you don't want them, but just when you want them. You will be able to have healthy, strong erections. So the ingredients that I'm talking about are vitamin C in the right dose, garlic 4:1 extract in the right dose, horse chestnut extract, and pine bark extract, or pycnogenol. So that's the first thing that you should do. Again, you can take REDWOOD. REDWOOD's conveniently priced where you won't have to go and buy 4 different ingredients. You can actually just take REDWOOD, or you can go get those ingredients if you want them. We have everything. Everything's over on the Anabolic Men Marketplace. We have the best form of each type of ingredient over on the Anabolic Men Marketplace, so you can get that there. Now the next thing is to consume the foods every week. Consume the foods on the nitric oxide or ED foods grocery list here. Now we actually printed up a bunch of these. We include them with every order of REDWOOD from the marketplace, but you can also get it as a download on anabolicmen.com, the PDF version, or you can go search on anabolicmen.com. We have a big list of 20 ways to boost nitric oxide, and then we have a list of foods. If you just search for grocery list, there's a list of foods that you can eat, that you can maybe put this up on your iPad or something, or on your iPhone, and just use that for a grocery list. But that's the second action item, is to consume the foods off of this grocery list every single week, because what that's going to do is provide not just a supplemental way if you're taking something like REDWOOD, but you're also going to be getting these foods in your diet that are going to be high in nitrates, that will be converted to nitrotynes via the bacteria on your tongue when you eat it, which will help keep steady nitric oxide production in your body, which is really what you want. So that's the second thing. Now the next thing is to cut back on any kind of unnecessary prescription or over-the-counter medication. So what do I mean by that? Most people actually end up taking multiple prescriptions far beyond when they actually needed that prescription in the first place. And this is where you actually see with certain addictive drugs, or addictive prescription drugs, where people run into a lot of problems. But what happens also with anything that's not addictive, you still end up just taking it, and most people just take it. It's hard to blame someone if they go to a doctor and they are on a prescription for a specific medical reason. That medical reason is usually associated with some kind of pain, so they will continue taking that prescription far past when they actually need to take it, because they're usually just afraid of falling back into the symptoms that they had before that had caused so much pain. However, the thing is, when you're not experiencing those issues anymore, you need to go off of the pharmaceutical medications, because what happens is, and it's same with over-the-counter medications like painkillers, like NSAIDs and Tylenol or acetaminophen, they tax your liver. So your liver becomes very unhealthy, very out of balance, because it's being overtaxed by the unnecessary use of these medications. And what you're going to see is that you're going to see an uptick in SHBG production, which is sex hormone binding globulin, which binds testosterone molecules in your bloodstream. So you're going to see a decrease in free testosterone and serum testosterone because of the overtaxed liver. So, and we all know that also low testosterone is also a major cause of erectile dysfunction issues. So that's the third action thing, is to get rid of any unnecessary prescription or over-the-counter medications that you take. So the next action step is to eliminate any excess body fat. Now, men are typically healthiest, hormonally balanced in the 10 to 15% body fat range. You find that when guys go below 10% body fat, a lot of times their testosterone levels drop, because really what's required to do that is typically unless you do it over a long period of time, it typically requires a large drop in calories from an already healthy body fat level to get to kind of a sub 10% body fat level. So aim to hit somewhere between 10 and 15% body fat for a guy. If you're above 15% body fat, you're holding on to excess belly fat, which typically has a lot of estrogen in the fat tissue. So you need to just get rid of that. What you're going to see, a lot of guys that are above 15% body fat, when they drop that body fat, they actually will start getting morning woods again, and you know, their body's just a lot healthier in general and more balanced. So that's the next step, is to get rid of that body fat. Find a plan that will help you do that, and then execute on that plan. Get into that range. You don't need to be shredded up to be healthy, but just get into that range and you'll feel much better. Now, the fifth thing, before we get to the bonus thing, the fifth thing is actually to begin a training plan that's going to increase natural testosterone and growth hormone output. So this is going to require resistance training. This can be calisthenics based, like I have a bunch of examples in the Test Shock program. So you don't need a gym membership, you don't need fancy equipment, but you can do calisthenics program. You can also do a weight training program like the Thor program, which is at thorprogram.com. Just execute a training program where you're in the gym or out doing some kind of resistance training, 3 times a week at a minimum. And you don't need to do it every single day, but 3 times a week, 4 times a week that's usually about the sweet spot for most guys, where you can get you can use the testosterone work principle to upregulate natural testosterone production related to your training. Now, the bonus thing that I want to tell you guys is, and when I started doing this before I go to bed, this might be TMI, but basically you wake up with a strong morning wood. So if you're doing all this other stuff right, this is going to also lead to a big impact. So again, use the right supplements to increase nitric oxide, eat the right foods to increase nitric oxide, get rid of the pharmaceuticals and over-the-counter medications, lose the fat, and train the right way. And when you do all that, then I recommend doing this. Take some liquid ginseng and liquid ashwagandha before bed. Typically what I'll do is put these into a shot glass with some orange juice, some good natural orange juice, because these things have strong taste as well, very bitter herbal taste, where put it in the orange juice, take the shot, you sleep like a baby, but you also are going to wake up in the morning with a strong morning wood. And that happens because these are strong adaptogens. And adaptogens are natural stress-fighting compounds that they're going to lower your stress levels in your body. They're going to fight free radical stress in your body while you sleep. And what happens is, relatively quickly, you're going to see that your libido will actually jump back as you fight off this chronic stress in your body, this chronic inflammation in your body. So that's another kind of a bonus tip, that if you drink these liquid adaptogens, you're going to definitely see an uptick in your libido and your erection quality. So those are the 5+1 action items that I want you to do to eliminate your erectile dysfunction forever. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this channel and you want to see more videos like it, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.